The Super Cyclist, starring Mark GT and Some Cows, written and directed by Mr. Chips.
Disclaimer: the following story features a cyclist turned superhero. Any resemblance to actual superheroes, living or fictional, is purely coincidental. Please do not attempt to lift a bus or use your water bottle as a makeshift grappling hook. Side effects of superhero transformation may include excessive lycra wearing, an uncontrollable urge to throw trucks into fields, and the ability to out-pedal speeding cars. Use superpowers responsibly and always wear a helmet.
Mark GT, the dedicated cyclist on YouTube, had always struggled with the bane of his rides, badly parked cars. It seemed like every day, without fail, he would encounter a car blocking the bike lane or parked haphazardly on the sidewalk, forcing him to swerve dangerously into traffic. His frustration grew with each ride. One day, after yet another near miss with an ill-parked BMW, Mark GT had had enough. He raised his arms to the sky and yelled, "Why can't these drivers park properly?" In a moment that could only be described as divine intervention, the cycling gods looked down upon Mark GT with pity and amusement. They decided to bestow upon him a gift, super strength. Unbeknownst to him, as he cycled on, his muscles began to bulge and his strength grew exponentially. The next time Mark GT encountered a car blocking his path, something strange happened. Instead of grumbling and maneuvering around it, he stopped, took a deep breath, and felt an inexplicable surge of power. He grabbed the car by the bumper and, to his utter amazement, lifted it clean off the ground. With a mighty heave, he tossed the car into a nearby field. Mark GT stood there, wide-eyed, watching the car sail through the air and land with a thud amidst the tall grass. His first reaction was shock, quickly followed by a burst of laughter. Well, that's one way to clear the bike lane. Word of Mark GT's newfound ability spread quickly through the cycling community. Soon, cyclists from all over town were calling him for help with their parking woes. He became a local legend, known for his unconventional approach to dealing with badly parked cars. Drivers, on the other hand, soon learned to park with care. No one wanted to find their vehicle mysteriously relocated to a field. Mark GT, the cyclist with super strength, had made the road safer for everyone. Mark GT's legendary strength didn't stop at cars. As word spread, his newfound abilities became the stuff of urban legend. Drivers across town learned to park carefully, but some vehicles, like buses and trucks, still posed a challenge. One day, Mark GT encountered a particularly stubborn problem. A double-decker bus was blocking a crucial bike lane. The bus, with its enormous size, was causing a serious inconvenience for all cyclists. As Mark GT approached, he felt that familiar surge of power and knew exactly what he had to do. He stopped, took a deep breath, and faced the massive bus. With a confident grin, he gripped the front bumper and, with a roar of effort, lifted the bus as if it were a toy. The bus wobbled precariously as Mark GT effortlessly tossed it into a nearby field. Passengers inside screamed and then gasped in awe as the bus landed softly among the hay bales. Not long after, a delivery truck was parked in the bike lane. Mark GT, unfazed by its size, approached with the same determination. He lifted the truck with one hand and flung it into a large, open field, where it landed with a comical bounce among cows grazing contentedly. Soon, the city streets were free of obstructions, and Mark GT's fame grew. He was hailed as the hero of cyclists everywhere, and drivers were more vigilant about their parking habits. Buses and trucks became rare sights in the fields, and Mark GT continued his rides with the knowledge that, if needed, he could always clear the way, one tossed vehicle at a time.
I just love the smell.